What up, y'all? Thank you all so very much for pulling up with me on this beautiful Saturday. I hope you all are enjoying your weekend so far. I'm going to try to make this quick, although I do anticipate this being a little lengthy of a dope discussion because I do have things to do later. So I want to just hop right into this, but I did feel like this was something that was highlight worthy because for so long, men, including myself and women like me, have been just completely written off, talked bad about, shunned, degraded, you name it. All because we were telling the truth. We were being honest. We were not pandering, right? We were telling women the things, the ugly things at that, about what it is that women do and how we are affecting not only ourselves in a negative way, but also everything and everyone around us. But again, when we were being honest, when we were telling y'all the uncomfortable truths, oh man, oh man, we're all kind of pick me's. We're all kind of male identified, misogynist. We promote and practice toxic masculinity, all for y'all's faves. All for y'all's faves to come through saying the exact same thing, if not worse, that we have been telling you all for a very long time. And before I start sharing my screen and getting into the nitties and gritties, because it is a very long clip, I do want to start off by saying this. And y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for being here because you don't have to. Okay. I want to start off by saying this because I've taken so many slugs, right? I hate women. I am jealous of women. I promote the dysfunction of women and the destruction of women. Like, I have been ridiculed the most. And it all derived and stemmed from me, again, being honest with you. And the reason why I myself was being honest with you was because I want the best for you. I know that all of that pandering and kissing y'all's ass, making it seem like women can do no wrong and, we're just perfect. I knew that that would do nothing but cripple us. And look at us now. Crippled. No love, no support, no help. A lot of the women, unfortunately, today are having to move into their vans. Like, what? A lot of the women today will never experience what it is to be settled down with somebody, a man that loves you, values you, takes good care of you. Y'all will never have that experience because y'all wanted to follow up behind the panderers and the liars. Not the women like myself, once again, that's going to tell you the truth. That's going to help you down the line. It may sting at first, but baby, it's going to be beautiful in the end. I promise you. Now y'all are suffering. And again, y'all wrote me off. I hate y'all, right? I'm jealous of y'all, right? I'm just trying to prop myself up to make it seem like I'm just so much better than you. I'm a pick me. I'm just pandering to the men. Not so fast. I ain't never sat up here and said, oh yeah, the men, the almighty men, the prizes. Yeah. The men should be bowed down and worshipped. It does not matter if he's broke down and dusty. It does not matter about his past. It does not matter that he's just not trying to improve his life. I ain't never said that shit. But y'all's faves has said something along those same lines to y'all. Oh, yes, they did, because you a queen. It ain't your fault. You been through X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, and 3. It ain't your fault, girl. So, yeah, you still deserve. Your faves did that to your broke down ass. And I'm deliberately and specifically saying broke down ass because that's exactly what a lot of women were and are. But see, I called that out so that you can fix it, not just keep you stuck, stagnant, and broke the fuck down like y'all's faves do. And so I want to start off by saying that I was doing these things out of love and care. Your faves were doing these things out of patting their pockets and get in your pocket. But we gonna leave that over there. Whoopsie. They had ulterior motives behind what they were doing to pacify you. As long as I keep you stuck, stagnant, and stupid, broke down, yeah, you'll never catch on to what I'm actually doing to you to hurt you, to capitalize off of you, to have my company. That's a huge factor into it all as well. Y'all like the video. A lot of y'all faves not only were trying to pad their pockets by pandering and pacifying you and get in your pocket, whoopsie, but they were also broke down and dusty them damn selves. They just knew how to cope way better than you due to the fact that maybe they had certain resources, i.e. your money, your attention, your validation, your follow, your like, your subscription. So they could polish up their brokenness a lot better than you, but nonetheless, they were still broke down too. Experiencing the same exact misery that y'all are experiencing. Trying to recruit more because misery does love company, you know. So I want to preface this video that I'm getting ready to share with y'all to let y'all know, heads up, that this chick that I'm getting ready to share with y'all, I do believe that what she's saying is not from a place of love. It's not from a place of trying to really help you. She's mad and bitter and scorned, right? Because the very women that she tried to profit off of by pandering and pacifying turned on her. Other than that, she'd have been perfectly fine with continuing to tell you lies and half truths. But now, since she realized that, damn, women really are kind of fucked up. And not only are they fucked up, but they turned on me in the process. Now it's like, okay, all gloves are off. Let me go ahead and tell them the truth about themselves then. But even with all of that, y'all, okay, so I gotta be real. Even with all of that, this chick coming in, you know, oh yeah, the women need to do this, and the women don't understand that, and the women, even with her coming through doing all of that, and again, in my opinion, it's coming from a broken place, a bitter place, an angry place, right? It still was a lot of fucking truth and a lot of fucking bars, gems, and jewels that she dropped. And y'all know I'm gonna always give credit when and where it's due. I ain't never been no hater. Okay, I will highlight and acknowledge things that need to be highlighted and acknowledged and give credit to. You know what I mean? So we're gonna do that, but nonetheless, it is gonna be some instances throughout this clip to where I stop her ass and be like, wait a minute, and we got a chin check and correct. But let's get into it, you all. It is y'all's truly y'all's fave, ladies, the one and only Queen Breaker. All right. Can y'all please put a 2 in the chat if y'all can hear this?
Women have a lot of problems.
Oh, you don't say. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all could hear that. I'll wait for the 2s. Okay, I see the 2s. Okay. Now, let's get into this because it's a lot that we do have to break down. Here she is now, sitting on the damn counselor couch. Like, yes. Women have a lot of problems. I'm done lying to these hoes because they hurt my feelings and they turned on me. Now I get what these men been talking about. See, now y'all want to be real. Now y'all want to be honest. I find it to be very disingenuous. Y'all only want to be honest and tell the men, you know what? Y'all was kind of right when you got done wrong. And the huge part behind all of this, even though I'm going to give her credit because she was speaking some facts, what makes me upset about her being honest and about her being truthful and telling the truth is the fact that she already did so much fucking damage. So you even trying to come out now talking about, oh yeah, you know, the women, we need to do this. We got to stop doing that. For her to even come out now doing that, it's like, bitch, you undone so much destruction. It might be too late. But here y'all go, each and every time. Vindicating and validating your little big sis and what I've been saying. But let's get into it. But yeah, they don't never want to tell the truth until something get done wrong to them. Girl.
Women have a lot of problems. I find that women are very, very narcissistic and they do not realize it.
I'm going to let you continue because I think that you were and are still that woman that you speak of, but go off.
I think women lack a lot of self-awareness and how I've taken my message, because I've got a little comedic edge. I find a way to show women themselves in a way that not many people can get women to admit that they are wrong. I have a way of getting women to admit, damn, I'm a terrible person, right? I've gotten women to see how terrible they are as friends, as relationship partners. Women are terrible relationship partners, right? But, you know, for me, it's about the truth. This is not me taking sides, because I believe that the world is in shambles. I believe that the communities are jacked up. I believe that, and all of this has to do with human behavior and how the sexes relate to each other and how the sexes relate to the planet. So it's not all on men. Men have their things that's wrong with them.
For sure.
I spoke about that.
But yeah, the question I was going to say is that with men, right, I feel like as a man, we're held accountable at almost every turn, right? Your mama holds you accountable. Your friends hold you accountable. Everybody kind of holds you accountable. Do you see the same type of path for women?
No.
No. And she's part of the issue with that. Y'all like the video, share the video and subscribe. No, you don't. And she's the enabler of that. She's the culprit. And again, that's what pisses me off, when chicks come to these realizations and then want to be truthful about it down the line when it's too fucking late, when you already did too much damage. It's like, okay, but it's in vain at this point. You were the one talking about, oh yeah, the men are the worker bees and we are the queen bees. See, the men are incapable of love and women are the ones who are supposed to be God, but we need to realize that we are God. How dare you then turn your crooked ass around talking about, oh, I believe that women are the biggest narcissist. You don't fucking say. Who taught them to be such a thing, ma'am? I'm dead ass serious. Like the video. Thank you, Terenzo. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Raven. Give me a second. Because I'm going to give her credit because she's speaking bars, jewels, gems, facts. But she full of shit. Because in my opinion, I'm going to be real with y'all. In my opinion, she been knew this. But since the sisterhood turned on her ass, now she like, well, shit, let me just go ahead and air y'all out then. But in my opinion, this lady is not dumb. Right? So she already knew these things. She already had this knowledge about how a lot of women are. Hell, she's one of them. She's the ringleader, so she knows, right? But now that it's like, well, shit, they had already turned their back on me and dogged me out and treated me like they be treating these niggas. So how about I just join these niggas then? I'm gonna just go ahead and go in on these bitches then. Because again, y'all, I'm gonna be real. While she's speaking truth, there's some elements that she gets into within this conversation that lets me know that she is angry. Okay, she's very angry, and some shit's like, wait a minute, sis. That's way too much sauce. And y'all know I'll be going in on women because I want the best for us. Right? So I'm gonna be brutally honest with us, period. But it was some elements in certain parts of this conversation that she was having that let me know, nah, that's some anger. That's some angry shit right there. I can't agree with that. Because you're not gonna sit here and just make it seem like women are just dumb and nah, we ain't gonna do that. I don't even do that. And y'all say I'm the one that hate women. The fuck? But I find it to be a problem. Thank you, Swervo. That she is coming through now talking about, yeah, women have a lot of problems. Like she didn't give them the fucking problems. Like she wasn't the leader, the boss chick. Oh yeah, because I'm the real nigga bitch now. Like that's what her role was. But now she want to come on the blue couch talking about, yeah, you know, women are narcissistic. Really, ho? Like you wasn't a part of this. And I loved how the host said, you know, when it comes to men, we're always being held accountable. You know, everybody always lets us know when we're coming up short and what we're doing wrong, from childhood to adulthood to when you outside trying to figure out life for yourself. Like it's an ongoing, lifelong thing with men. But when it comes to women, it's hardly ever an instance to where they get caught out. And that's facts. And I'm saying that as a woman, we are enabled by chicks like her, by the world, because believe it or not, you also have guys, males out there talking about, yeah, queen, because it ain't your fault that you are behaving this way at 35 years old. And it ain't your fault that you are out here using and abusing men. See, it's the world's fault because we should have kissed your wounds better. Get the fuck out of here, simp lollipoppy. We ain't got time for your pandering ass either. That's a part of the issue as well. We're grown. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what life has thrown your way. I don't give a damn about your childhood. I don't give a damn about your daddy being absent, your mama being absent. As you evolve, mature, and grow, it is your responsibility for yourself to improve yourself and not blame everything and everybody around y'all. And I'm gonna be extremely real when I say this. Thank you, Johnny. A lot of us women out there, we already fucking know. And we play on it and we use it to our advantage and benefit. What do you mean, Danica? Elaborate. Oh, I'm glad that you asked me to. A lot of women already know that it's their responsibility to improve, to fix them damn selves, to evolve, mature, grow, choose better, do better, be better. But it's much easier if I can just sit there and say, oh, well, no, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to act ignorant and dumb and play on my trauma, play on all of the voids that I need to be filled, play on the fact that I have been through so much. Nah, I'm deaf. And me, I'm the last person you could try to get that shit off on. Because the shit I've been through, I should be a prostitute. I should be on drugs. I should be dead. I should be, look, so I don't hear shit about, oh, with my upbringing and my life. I don't give no fucks. As you evolve, mature, grow, develop, it is your duty and your responsibility to pick yourself up. You do not have to be what you've been through. You do not have to be who you come from. A lot of our mamas and daddies ain't shit. We ain't got to be them. So just to put that out there, because I see you, sis, and a lot of y'all are very manipulative when it comes to your traumas. Y'all will heavily play into, oh, but I've been through this and I've been through that. I don't give no fucks. From what I come from, I don't give no fucks. I don't. So let's stop, simp lollipoppies, trying to cape. Dun, 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 dun. Well, it's just because the queens didn't have the proper leadership and guidance. And it's just because the queens, shut the fuck up. Okay. And although that could be true and that could play a factor, it is still no excuse to rest in your dysfunction, rest in your trauma, rest in your drama. Continue to do counterproductive, destructive things. We're not going to play those games. We can't afford to. But when it comes to the men, all your life you had to fight, right? See, when y'all say that, y'all can actually say that. Y'all getting no damn grace, no love. Nigga, shut up. Your bitch ass, always crying and shit. Man up. You've been told that since you were 2 years old, especially in the Black community. Please. I grew up with y'all. I had a big brother, RIP to him. I had cousins. I saw how your mothers talk to you, let alone your fathers. I saw how women talk to y'all. And it wasn't all this, oh, let me nurture my baby. And no. Shut the fuck up, knuckle. Acting just like your damn daddy. Oh, punk ass, calling little toddlers punk ass. So that's been the story of y'all life. But when y'all voice the things that y'all been through, again, it gets written off. Oh, nigga, shut up. You just so soft. You just so sensitive. You just always complaining. Nigga, a real man, he'll just deal with it. But women, oh, baby. I've been through so much. Oh, there. Can a man sit there and say, well, the reason why I'm a piece of shit is because my daddy won shit. And so since my daddy won shit, I ain't gonna ever be shit either. Can men do that? Can men rest on their childhood trauma? No. Get up and work, nigga. I got time to hear about your past and shit, nigga. How old are you? For crying out loud, men cannot even talk about when they were touched. And I ain't even trying to go down that road, but we can. There are men out there, and if you in the chat and you not embarrassed or ashamed, I want you to put a 3 when I say this. There are men out there. Put a 3 if this is you, if you're not afraid, okay? I understand it can be traumatizing. A lot of people want to keep shit to themselves. Cool, bro. I feel you, okay? But I'm going to say this. There are men out there that have been touched by older women and or older men, and they cannot even say it out loud or let it be known that shit happened to them out of fear of being crucified, ridiculed, made fun of, have it to be weaponized and used against them. Let me take it a step further, because I think this component is something that really gets overshadowed and overlooked. I see the threes. There are men out there who have been touched by older women or women in general, maybe even young girls that were around their same ages, whatever, but they were too young to understand what was going on. There are men out there who have that experience, and it fucks them up. It bothers them, but they cannot even openly express that shit kind of fucked me up, because the way society is structured to make it seem like little boys should be men all their lives. So it does not matter that a woman violated you or a woman touched you sexually or, anything of that sort. You should like it. That's bragging rights. That's something that you should be, speaking highly about. But there are men to this day, y'all were probably touched by older women, and you fucked up behind it. But you can't say that you fucked up behind it because it was a woman. And so shouldn't I feel good about it? Shouldn't I be bragging about this shit? But again, if you even are that guy with that experience and you're going through that and you're battling that on your own day in and day out, can you then turn around as a grown-ass man today talking about, oh, well, the reason why I ain't shit and I'm a broke down dusty and I be dogging these females out and I be taking advantage of these chicks and I ain't there for my children and X, Y, and Z is because of me being touched when I was a child? They gonna say, nigga, you should have got therapy. You should have got counseling. Ain't nobody got time for that. You have no excuse. So I find it to be very disingenuous when you have chicks like this that completely went out of her way to pretty much dismantle what it is to be a man. You know what I mean? Even trusting a man, loving a man, listening to a man. She dismantled all of that, all for her crooked ass to turn around and say, yeah, women got problems and men are not even allowed to say anything, and men are just so misunderstood and men can't even. Really, bitch? You did it. Y'all the worst type of females. I can't even call you a woman. Y'all the worst type of females that do all this damn damage, all for you to turn around trying to clean that shit up and polish it up later, and it's too fucking late. Y'all know how many men out there are checked out and done with women from hoes like this, coming through like, oh yeah, because men are incapable of love. Thank you again, Swerve. I'm gonna read y'all super chats. Give me a second. We can hit 700, 600 first, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Get the likes up for me. That's free. But those of you all who are sending in super chats and donations, thank you. We greatly appreciate that, because you ain't got to do that. And you already know YouTube be trying to hate on us. So thank you all for your monetary support. But hitting the like button, that's free. So do that right now. Some real talk. Does she know how many men have been turned off, poisoned into just saying, I am done with females because of the shit that you've taught? You taught these women to be narcissists. You've taught these women to be disrespectful, to be neglectful, to not try to understand men, hear men out, their perspective, their point of view, how they feel, how they think, what they desire, what they would. That was you, man. But now you getting treated like the same men that you try to, get these women to turn against. I don't know. Now you want to sing a different tone? Now that you have the same shoes on that the men got on? Bitch, please. I don't like it. I don't. But again, you still speaking facts though, so I'm going to let you cook. Y'all get the likes up, and I'm going to get to my super chats because I want to make sure I acknowledge y'all because y'all ain't got to give me shit. Thank you, Swervo. It says, Big Sis, I had to learn the difference between life and death at the age of 4. I'm 34 now, and I've never, is it leaned on that trauma? Yeah, lean. I thought I said learn. I'm sorry. It says, I never lean on that trauma. I get in my feelings from time to time. Hey, life's not fair. Facts. And men have to learn that very early on. Like I said, you all, I had a big brother, okay? RIP to him. We were only 1 year apart. He passed away in 2023 from cancer. But I saw how my brother had to take things in stride. Like, he couldn't cry. He couldn't. Let me put it like this, y'all. My brother used to get beat by my mother when he would cry. I've seen that shit. My brother got beat so bad one day that he balled up he balled up on the floor. And my mama just kept whooping them and kept kicking them he had to be no more than, I want to say, 7 years old. And my mama was mad because he was whining or some shit. I don't know. But she was like, nigga, you always whining. You stop acting like a little girl. You stop acting like a little. And my mama beat that boy till he rolled up in the corner on the floor and he had no more fucking tears left. And I was so mad at my mom. I said, Mama, don't you think that's enough? Because I love my brother. You know what I mean? Me and my brother was like this. So to see him get treated like that, I stood up for him. I was like, Mom, don't you think that's enough? Like, she had whooped him so long that he stopped crying. He literally laid there lifeless type shit. But let's not get it twisted. That is not an exception. That happens to a lot of the young boys in my family and all around us, and your family too. Maybe you were that little boy. It got so bad, y'all. My brother stopped crying. He stopped, whining. He stopped complaining. He stopped, and he just started to just deal with the shit. No matter how much it pained him, no matter how much it aggravated him, made him sad, mad. Men get beat into masculinity, into manning up. Thank you, Chuck. Hold on, I gotta be real about this. But when it came to me, I didn't get beat because I was crying. I got yelled at. But I ain't never, been told, shut the fuck up. Why you always stop crying? Stop doing it. No. I'm a girl, so it's expected. It's okay for me to voice my concerns and my opinions and my feedback. But because I'm annoying, you're going to tell me to shut up. But not because it's a problem per se. It's just a part of, who I am. But a little boy, a man, oh no. No. Absolutely not. So the young men learn early on that, life ain't fair. I can't cry like my little sister can. I can't make a mistake without being called dumb or whatever. I can't. I don't have a lot of wiggle room. Y'all learn that very early on. Do we? Swervo? No, because we have chicks out here like the Queen Breaker telling us, oh yeah, because the women are gods and goddesses and the women and men are pretty much just there, right? To work for us, to bend over backwards for us, to be utilized by us, to, be discarded of when we are done with them, like, and then we replace them with a new nigga, like, that's what we're taught. Men are not human at all. Y'all pacify women to a fault. To where we grow up really entitled, really narcissistic, Princella. Because there's nothing wrong with you, sweetheart. Even your imperfections are perfect. Then when life started whooping our ass, it's like, wait a minute, I thought I was a prize. I thought I was a queen. Oh, okay. Why the men turn their back on us? I thought that the men just was supposed to always bow down and cater to us. Why they done with us? We keep learning the hard way. But when you tell the truth, you a pick me, you a panderer, you hate women. Johnny says, does that bull on her hat indicate she's speaking the BS? Johnny, no, I'm gonna be real. She is speaking some facts. I just don't like why she's speaking the facts. I feel like she's only speaking the facts and speaking the truth now because she got hurt, right? The sisterhood turned on her. So now she's want to be forthcoming and honest. You know? Sorgo says, just paying my tuition, big sis. Thank you so much. Okay, I appreciate you. Y'all in here dying laughing, but I'm serious. Johnny says, this is my turn. Get them likes up for this good show. Yeah, get my damn likes up, y'all. Y'all need to do that right now and stop playing with us. We should have as close to 700 likes as possible. Thank you, Terenzo. It says, tell Crib Seller. I said, well, cuz throws up the west side. Now, Terenzo, we are not going to play with you. Okay, we're not. Thank you, Raven. It says, Captain Whoopsie Africana. Am I caught up, y'all? I don't think that I am. Let me see. Fan funding. Was it somebody? Okay, I can go to the bottom. I see people at the bottom. And I'm going to get to the rest of y'all in a second. I do want to get through this video, though, because I got stuff to do later. Thank you so much, Chuck. It says, what is that sitting on the blue couch? It is the queen maker, but because these bitches broke my heart, I am now the queen breaker and the queen attacker, because now a lot of these women have treated me like the very type of men that I try to encourage them and teach them to despise. And so since I was treated like the very type of men that I try to encourage these women away from, I now, this is what you're seeing, Chuck. You seeing a broken-hearted ass. Let me watch what I say, because I ain't trying to get in trouble with YouTube. We're seeing a broken-hearted lady liquor in her feelings. And now she want to be real and tell the truth. But because it's coming from a broken, bitter place, it kind of is disingenuous. And I feel like she's been a lot more harsh with what she's saying as well. Because like I said, y'all, it's certain parts in this interview to where she starts talking about, yeah, because women just dumb. They don't know shit. And I'm paraphrasing, but in so many words is what she said. And that's not true. That's not right and exact. Okay. But yeah, that's what you're looking at. Okay. Looking at a brokenhearted lady liquor that's in her feelings because she got treated like the very men that she attacked for so damn long. Whoopsie. You got to be more careful. Okay. Let's get back into it, y'all. Get the likes up for me. Let me take it back.
Because I believe that the world is in shambles. I believe that the communities are jacked up. I believe that, and all of this has to do with human behavior and how the sexes relate to each other and how the sexes relate to the planet. So it's not all on men. Men have their things that's wrong with them.
For sure.
I spoke about that.
But
Yeah.
the question.
But have you ever spoken in depth about what was wrong with women, or did you just make it seem like we were all queens? Did you make it seem like all the problems that women had were because of men? Which essentially means that, yeah, it's all on the men. That's what I'm saying, y'all. It pisses me off. Y'all do all this fucking pandering just to backtrack and say, oh, damn, I was really just saying that because, I wanted to get the pussy and some paper. You know what I'm saying? But now these hoes, they showing me that they ain't shit. So now I'm going to just go ahead and tell the truth on their ass. You did so much damage, girl. You made it seem like the world would be perfect without men. You made it seem like everything wrong in the world was because of men. I remember that shit. All for you to come back now talking about it's not all on the men. Oh
my gosh. What I was going to say is that with men, right, I feel like as a man, we're held accountable at almost every turn, right? Your mama holds you accountable. Your friends hold you accountable. Everybody kind of holds you accountable. Do you see the same type of path for women?
No. No. So I think women are allowed to be, they're allowed to be delusional. They're allowed to not be disciplined. See, give you an example. If a boy child is crying and a girl child is crying, if he fell and she fell, they're going to look at him and be like, boys don't cry, this, that, and the other one. And they'll just look at her. That's what girls do. They're just emotional. Let them cry. Let them do this. Well, that's bad, because as girls grow older, they never know how to control and govern their emotions. They're allowed to allow any emotion, anger, frustration, sadness, depression, no matter what, they're allowed to express it however they want to express it.
And again, you encouraged that, promoted that, enabled that, perpetuated that, ma'am. For her to sit here and say that women are delusional when she was the #1 promoter of said delusion is crazy work. To say that women are allowed to be delusional, to be dysfunctional, to be all of these negative things that, again, she wrote books. From my understanding, she wrote books on why and how women should be those things. It's just nasty work, y'all. But she's still right. And that is the reason why we're in this same position that we're in right now today. Because we are allowed to be delusional. We are allowed to express ourselves in whatever ways we see fit. And it's okay because you're a woman. It's okay because you're a prize. You're a queen. And so the reason why I was going so hard was because I knew that type of indoctrination, if you will, would backfire. Because eventually you grow up, you go out into the real world and you see, oh no, we ain't kissing your ass. Especially considering the fact that the men today are wired differently. We can hit 900, 800 first, but we should have at least 706 likes. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe. But let's peep the game, y'all. And I'm trying to watch my words because, like I said, like I am coming from a place of love and care. I just get frustrated because all of this shit could have been avoided. It really could have. But due to females like her promoting certain behaviors and lifestyles, thinking processes, ideology, so on and so forth, they have really turned a lot of the men off and turned them cold. I knew this shit would happen. I knew that this day would one day come to where the men was like, you know what, yeah, I'm done with that shit. And here we are. We're dealing with a new type of men today too, which is also causing a lot of women to be like, what the fuck? I didn't anticipate this. I didn't anticipate men having boundaries and standards. I didn't anticipate men rejecting me. Like, that's what's going on. I didn't anticipate not having a rescuer or a savior down the line. Because I'm a prize, right? Pussy is power, right? Wrong. Men turning down pussy today. It's that bad. Because a lot of y'all, that's all y'all ever had. That was all your leverage and your power right there. Because y'all banked on men being surface dwellers. Being very physical. You know what I mean? But what happened was men matured, evolved, grew from their mistakes, started to choose better, do better. The very things that I be telling y'all to do, ladies. The men actually are implementing those things. Which is why the simps are even dwindling down. Thank you, Dr. Steele, Torenzo, Dark 80s man. I see y'all. Thank you so much. I'm gonna read that in a second. But I knew that this day would come. That's why I was going so hard. The women are in a frenzy because also the men are acting different. And to me, it's for the greater good. Because with men having standards and boundaries and everything of that sort, it's going to weed out the, enabling of women to continue to be narcissist and delusional and destructive. Because she's not going to qualify, which means she's not being rewarded for her fuck ups. She's not being rewarded for being somebody that is not in alignment. Which leaves more room for men to come across and accept the quality women by them having boundaries and standards, by them being different and acting different and not just saying, oh, but she just a woman. But again, Queen Breaker, who taught them to be these ways that you are now complaining about? Thank you, DBNX. He says LOL. I ain't got time. Oh, somebody said grifter alert. Hold on now. Because that could be an element to the conversation. That could be. Hold on. Dr. Steele says, is this the same Queen Breaker I first saw on the breakdown of women's perspective? P seems to speak a different language from that P. I'm telling you, that's her. And shout out to the breakdown. They need to come back. Okay. Shout out to Concrete Rose and Sister George. If y'all don't come back on the damn YouTube and stop playing, but yeah, that's her. And I want to highlight something. What's that, Lil 213? I don't know what your name was, but I think it was Lil 213. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. But they said in the comments, and I just so happen to see it. They said in the comments, grifter alert? It could be. It could be. Since these hoes turn their back on me, let me try to hop, skip, double dutch over to the men. But what did I say? What did I just say? I just said that we're dealing with a new breed of men. You can't sit with us either, baby girl. See, it used to be a thing also to where a female. There's a difference between females and women. It used to be a thing to where a female could dog out men to women all the time and make it seem like men wasn't shit, and just have a bandwagon of the sisterhoods coming through, co-signing them, dogging these men, trashing these men, and then them being able to flip modes and flip gears and hop skip their ass over to the men and be like, yeah, because these bitches ain't shit. And the men be like, yeah, see, I told you, yeah. The men today, bitch, please. I can't trust you. I don't trust you. So she can try to grip and switch up if she want to, but I think she pretty much exposed. You know what I mean? Which is probably why. Let me see, because I did, something told me, go check out her latest content, because that did cross my mind too. Lil 213. I'm like, damn, is she trying to switch up her content? And damn, now that I'm looking at it, she kind of is. She kind of is. But I was gonna say she did go back. She went back to, trying to penetrate the women, which she kind of did though, that too. But right now, I feel like she's trying to see which one is gonna catch. Like, damn, like let me just throw out both to see which one catch on. You know what I'm saying? But what did I just say? I said men are different. Men are peeping game. You can't sit with us either. Men just not gonna let you sit at their table just because you saying what they want to hear. And that's also what kind of pisses me off about people trying to attack my channel, or when they tried to in the past. They say shit like, oh, the men only over there because she pandering to them, and they only over there because she cute. Now, I am cute, bitch, so we ain't gonna do too much. But it really did kind of downplay and diminish where the men are mentally at in today's time. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not enough that you're cute. We see fine, sexy, bad bitches every day with dime platforms. With platforms that never take off, that ain't doing shit. And maybe they are saying some of the same things that, men would, be like, oh yeah, that's solid. But again, men peep game. Men know what's real and what's not. Men know a grifter when they see one. Men know, when a bitch just saying some shit because she thinks she can get a super chat. They know. Y'all know. And that's an insult. All right? That's an insult to not only me and what I got going on over here, because you already know I'm going to drop the bars, gems, and jewels. Don't ever downplay me and write me off to just pretty and titties, bitch. You got me fucked up. Oh, and she know how to tell these men what they want to hear. You got me fucked up. I ain't never did no shit like that. But again, I am pretty, and shout out to my husband for getting the body right, but not too much. And you damn sure won't come over here trying to make it seem like I just got a bunch of blind, and I ain't gonna say blind because y'all, come on, we know. Okay, I ain't ugly, but we ain't gonna make it seem like I just have a bunch of dumb men who are just ruled by they penis that's just like, oh yeah. No. I've seen y'all single-handedly cancel women that were actually pandering to you because they were pandering to you. Bitches had to switch up their whole content because it wasn't coming from a pure, genuine place to begin with. And men see through that. They peep game on that. No. This is why they always say that the women are who you really want to market to, because the women are the ones who are gullible, and not all of us, but I gotta be real, y'all. We can be very gullible at times, emotional, right? And so if you can tap into our emotions and make us feel and get us riled up and shit, like, we can be very impulsive in that way. So we'll be your biggest spenders, if you will. If you're trying to make that bread, you need to go where the women at, period. Pander to them, not the men. Men gonna be like, this bitch, man, get the fuck out of here. This is disrespectful that you even trying to pander to me. Again, y'all, I've seen it. Bad chicks too. Platform dead like a motherfucker, had to switch gears like, oh, let me talk about politics looking ass. Yeah, I've seen that shit. Let's stop. So all of that is at play. And I'm saying that to say this. We're dealing with new breeds of men to where you just cannot come overboard and cross over trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm down with you, bro. No, the fuck you not. Because just 3 months ago, you said this. And that has been your message. So it makes me a little bit leery that now you're trying to sing a different tune. I don't trust you. You may flip-flop back. I don't got time for that. So good luck, Miss Princella. If you are trying to grip and switch gears, I don't think it's gonna work. You know, because to be honest, these views not viewing like that from the men or the women. I think you pretty much cancel your damn self. And that's why it's always very important that we try to be as authentic and true as possible. You know what I'm saying? Never try to pander to one side. No, just be real, be honest, be straightforward, be direct. Now, again, my platform, the reason why I get so much slack is because I tend to call out the women the most because I am a woman and I feel like that's my job as a woman to do so. But nonetheless, everybody get this smoke over here. I'm never over here like, oh yeah, because men are incapable of love. Women are incapable of love. I ain't never doing no shit like that. Because yes, we are. You know what I'm saying? So be careful with that whole pandering shit, y'all. I know y'all be swarming down. I do that out here, but I don't. If I did that shit, I would have been lost my platform. Because the men are way more wise and intelligent than that. They are. And from what I gather, I find the men to feel like it's disrespectful to even try to insult their intelligence like that by making it seem like, oh yeah, you know, we can do no wrong and we just the shit. And yeah, these bitches need to bow down. Men won't even like no shit like that. That's disingenuous. And that's not really how they're going to evolve and grow. By always being pacified and told what they want to hear all the time. That's the problem with women right now. The problem with women is we have been pandered to too fucking much. Now we're delusional, believing that we can do no wrong and ain't shit wrong with us and it's everybody else. Teresa says, truth be told, she's only repeating what us men have been saying. Therefore, her facts mean nothing at this point, and we'll just continue to laugh at her. Ha ha ha! Whoopsie! And that's exactly what I'm saying, Teresa. I ain't even read that yet. Like, bitch, we've been saying this. We've been there, done that. Get your gripped and flipping ass on. Bye, Felicia. But nonetheless, we're going to highlight it because it is true. Dark 80s, thank you so much. It says Charleston got hold of her ass. No, did he? What did he say? I ain't got time. I don't. Let me see what y'all saying. Oh, shit. I clicked the wrong button. Let me see. I can't see on my phone. Let me go to my phone. Okay, I'm caught up because I'm back at Chuck. And thank you so much, Chuck, for your $20. Thank you, Johnny. It says, how long does it take to rub that grifter off? Johnny, please. I gotta get through this. Thank you, Perry. It says Princella got a reality check to a factory reset. Again, masculine women want to control a man to compete with women, and who's is better at controlling a man's feelings and emotions. Ooh, very interesting observation. I don't think I messed with my connection. It's showing that my connection is bad. Let me see. Thank you. But thank you so much, Perry. Thank you, to Various. It says, no, D, it's because you keep it real. I already know. Y'all would have been like, man, this bitch full of shit. You know, again, like I've seen that. I've seen women try to deliberately pander to y'all and their platforms are dead. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it. I've seen it. And again, pretty girls. Y'all don't like that shit. You want to be told the truth. Thank you, Black Marvel. It says now Princella is trying to change her tune up once she got exposed for being abusive, having a pissy bed, and being a terrible mother to our daughter. That's on the spectrum. It's disgusting. I'm telling you, Black Marvel. Now she want to tell the truth. Oh, these women are actually the ones who are incapable of love. Looking ass, but you ain't lying. Thank you, use K. I think that's how you say that. It says when I'm just gonna call you, okay? Thank you, okay? It says when Eminem had beef with Michael Jackson bought his entire catalog and silenced Eminem. I say that to say this: revenge through the ownership of your enemies is the true success. Whoopsie! Got to be more careful. I do see Perry. Let me see. Can I find you here? And did y'all get my likes up? Perry says masculine women keep all women single. Feminine women keep women in relationships and married. Bars. Okay, let's continue, y'all, with the video. Hold on, I got one more person. Who is that? All day CJ. Thank you so much. It says just jumped in. We want loyalty and respect. That's what I'm saying. That's men are simple. Y'all want loyalty, respect. That's really what everything boils down to. But what were we taught? Not to respect you and not to be loyal. You bow down to me, nigga. You cater to me. You respect me. You stay solid with me. But when I get tired of you, oh, I'm definitely leaving. And I might take half of what you got. Ain't no loyalty. That's how we're taught. You know, we're taught to be the complete opposite of everything that we should be. And then we complain about why no men want to settle down and why the men treat us like this and why the men turning their back and why the men going overseas and why the men, girl, please, let's continue.
I've also come to the conclusion that, well, let me back up, because everybody knows that I date women.
Right.
And when it comes to me speaking about relationship dynamics, a lot of the rebuttals always say, well, lesbian relationships have so much more violence. They only say that because they're thinking about a relationship where a man might be putting his hands on a woman. They're not including the other side of the equation where women are putting their hands on men and men are not calling the cops.
True. Yeah.
That's a valid point. I ain't even think about that, Princella. The Queen Breaker just dropped some bars, gems, and jewels. I ain't never really thought about that. How many times are men being beat up by women, but it's just not being reported? And so it's giving off the perception that the woman-on-woman relationships are a lot more violent because the women gonna call the police or the women gonna try to beat your ass back. Whereas men are taught to just deal with it. Keep your hands to yourself. And a real man can take it. And why you being a bitch ass nigga calling the police on a bitch? Y'all know how women are. Females, I'm sorry. It's a difference. So that's a valid point.
Yeah.
Women are very violent.
Oh, you don't say.
A woman will put her hands on a man.
Oh my God. Now, Princella, I cannot believe you, sis. You did a whole 180. I thought men were the ass kickers and beaters. I thought the men were the ones who were the most violent. And that's why the world is always at war, because the men. What? You don't say. You cannot make this shit up. This is crazy work. Hold on. Thank you, Monica. It says, what's your thoughts on women who don't want to settle down? Shaking my head. I think that's a lie. I feel like women who lie to themselves and say, I don't want to settle down, is all a coping mechanism. In my humble opinion, okay? I feel like any woman that is sitting down talking about, I don't even want no man, and I don't want no family, and I don't want to be married, and I don't want to be tied down. I like to be in the streets and do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. I like being free. I feel like it's a lie. I think it's cap. I think women who talk like that have been so damaged, rejected, taken advantage of, hurt, to where now they're in this position of trying to protect their heart by pretending and acting as if they don't want something that is in their nature to desire. So the long story short, Monica, I don't believe that there are really those type of women. I think they're liars, and they're trying to pretend to cope. You got that going on. And I also feel like another level to that is them knowing that they will possibly never find or never qualify for the type of man that they would really want to be with. And so, again, their way of coping with that is lying to themselves and saying, you don't want that anyway. You don't need that anyway. So I don't believe it. But again, I could be wrong. You know what I mean? It could be some women out there that's really like, nah, I really don't. Like, for real, like, I'm asexual. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want no nickel. I don't want no kid. Fuck them kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, there could be women out there like that, maybe. 0.00.1%, maybe. But the rest of y'all, I feel like you lying, sis. Because I'm a woman, so I just be knowing. And I'm just being real, sis. You know what I mean? Maybe you disagree. Maybe you are that woman, Monica, to where you like, girl, I want to be settled down with these knuckles. And I'm going to be real with you, sis. I don't believe you, you know, if you are that type. Okay? I don't. Thank you, Perry. Perry coming through. Y'all got the salutes for Perry. It says, ask a feminist how an ideal man should be. Listen to her describe a slave. Ooh. It says, and then ask a feminist how an ideal woman should be. Listen to her describe a hoe. Oh, you dropping bars. It says, this is why marriage has started to fail, because we are selfish and broken. Oh, y'all drop the chocolate bars and the salutes down in the comments right now for MVP Perry. Because damn, homie, you done broke that down. You done broke that down, baby. Hold on. Okay, making sure I'm on time. Man. What Perry just put in this $50 super chat is the reason why not only are our marriages failing, right? But it's the reason why our communities are failing. Society is failing. Perry, what do they say is going to happen in 2030? Shit, 2030 is happening right now. A lot of the women are already single. You know, no help, no love, childless, helpless, looking for love, having to work 5 jobs just to pay half of the rent. Like, we already there, but this is why. And we refuse to gain an understanding, to figure out what it is that we're doing wrong, how we can meet each other where we're at, how we can evolve. Gaining that understanding, like, that's really what it boils down to, is gaining that understanding and being receptive to the correction. But you're right. We describe quality men as slaves. Yeah, because a real man is essentially a slave-ass simp. And then a woman is a hoe, you know, that is free to do what she want to do. Free to do who she wants to do. You know, all of that. My body, my choice. My life, my choice. You know, fuck everybody. It's about me. Like, you're right. You're absolutely right, Perry. You just dropped the whole bar on our head. But let's continue.
She will hit him, spit in his face, call him all kinds of names, and everything is totally fine. Women are allowed to do this, and nobody should say anything about it. Now, these women they will be in these relationships and they will hit a man and they will take that same behavior and they'll take it to a lesbian relationship. See, it's the same person, same behavior. Right? But it's looked at as different because the man is stronger and he's expected to hold himself. But a lot of times in a lot of these relationships, women are extremely narcissistic and violent. And this is what I have discovered as I continue to work with women. And so what I realized,
as you continue to fuck women, let's be specific, Princella, and stop the cap. Okay. Because I believe that's also why she ran into the dilemma that she ran into when it came to dealing with women and when it came to how women are responding to her. Princella approached trying to empower women on some pimp shit, building y'all up so she can take advantage. And it backfired. That's why I'm always say you should never ever pander. I ain't pander to no man, no woman. Please don't expect me to do that. That's suicide to me. I can't do it. I gotta be real. I don't give a fuck if it hurts your feelings. My feelings is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. When she started to deal with women on the same level that men deal with women on, she was able to see a different side of women. See, it's different when, you're just trying to be a part of sisterhood and build a following and get some money off the hoes. You know what I mean? It's different with that. But when you start introducing intimacy and relationship and love and being vulnerable and all of that, that's when you really start to see how a female can be. How catty she can be. How jealous she can be. How manipulative she could be. And so what happened with her, Princella, that we're looking at here, is that she got a dose of what men had to deal with. Because men deal with women on a whole different level. It's deeper than just going out for drinks and, turning up at the club and then, trauma bonding. No. When you introduce that level of intimacy, vulnerability, love, companionship, openness, becoming one, oh yeah, now we talking. So let's be honest about how you really came to your realizations and epiphanies. It wasn't just because you was dealing with, no, you was fucking these women. And women can be very emotional when it comes to, sexual things being introduced. That's why I always say that it's imperative that we make sure that we are dealing with people that we love, that we trust. Stop just trying to be out here humping everything and everybody. Like, that can be dangerous. Especially in regards to women, because when we are intimate with somebody, it does spark something within us that makes us latch on to that person. And if you start trying to be on some pimp player shit and my emotions are involved, bitch, please. See, Princella was trying to be a real nigga. And she got real nigga results. She got to see the parts of women that only a real nigga could see. Men too, though. There's a difference between real niggas and men. But nonetheless, the way she was trying to maneuver and manipulate when it came to the dynamic between her and women, I feel like that really amplified her results and had her like, damn, these bitches is cutthroat. Well, that's because you were operating within a certain frequency and energy, which made their retaliation against you way worse. But let's not get it twisted. We're still dealing with genetically modified modern day females. And so even when it pertains to quality men, they are still getting met with a certain type of energy and treatment from women. But when you trying to be a real nigga, oh yeah, that's gonna be double trouble. You got a dose of reality that men deal with, and that's what got you to be like, man, these women tripping. They got a lot of problems. Yeah, something wrong with them. Let's be honest. Let's continue.
Is that women actually want men to be slaves.
Who taught them that, Princella? Thank you, Terrence, for your cash out. Let me see what you said. If anything. It says, my first time donating. I really appreciate your wisdom. Thank you so much, Terrence. But Princella, weren't you the main one talking about, oh yeah, because men work for us. That's the only thing that men can do for a woman. Men are our worker bees, aka our slaves. What did Perry just say in his $50 super chat? He just said, ask a feminist how an ideal man should be. Listen to her describe a slave. Princella, you was her. Now you want to complain. And I always say this too. It's too many of us chicks out there complaining about the very circumstances that we create. Let's continue.
They actually want men to be their personal slaves.
But you did preach that men were slaves in our first interview.
Yes, they are. They are slaves. But who are they slaves to? They're slaves to corporations.
Priscilla, shut the fuck up, because now you pissing me off. Now, yeah, it's a grift. Y'all was right. She trying to backpedal and pussy pop and make it seem like, oh no, I didn't mean like literal slaves. I meant like they was like figuratively slave to like corporations, and like how, you know, society tries to utilize the men as mere tools and mules. Bitch, shut the fuck. Now she done pissed me off, and I apologize. I really do for going off. Y'all laughing. I'm so irritated. Hold on. I saw some donations. Give me a second, y'all. Because all I did was piece together certain things that stood out to me, and I haven't listened back to it. So now that I'm listening back to it, more shit is standing out to me. And I'm like, wait a minute. Is she serious? Y'all know how you can originally listen to something and it don't dawn on you until you listen to it back. It's like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's what's happening right now. So y'all gotta forgive me. I am so sorry. I mean, no harm. But I just cannot. I just cannot. George, that's exactly what I'm doing. Give me a second. Hold on. Thank you. Who did I see? Thank you, Mario. Thank you, Johnny. Let me see, can I pull y'all up? Johnny says, dildo cowboy. I'm not gonna play. Mario says, someone told Princella the Cheesecake Factory ain't good. You know what? I can't. Thank you, Demetrius. It says, you get your ass beat now and understand. Hashtags. So that's what I'm saying. Like, now she got her ass whooped. Now I was like, I get it. But bitch, you were the one who wrote whole novels telling women to treat men like slaves and, you know, teaching women to be delusional and narcissistic. Like, I just can't. Although she is dropping bars, gems, and jewels, like, she pissing me off in the process, because it's just, she's the culprit. Thank you again, Perry. It says, Blue Chew, Hims and Viagra is invented for men to get excited for masculine women. That's why we cheat. We get excited for a feminine woman. Let that sink in and get back to us men LOL. Lord have mercy. Now, Perry, you in here clowning. I ain't got time. I don't got time. So you trying to say the reason why men be cheating on us is because we some real boss chick women? So you pretty much saying it's okay for a man to cheat because if he at home being talked to like he a little ass boy and he go outside to a bar and he find him a sweet talking lady, it's okay? Now, I ain't saying all that. Me personally, I feel like he should leave your ass. Okay, and that's why I feel like if you're dealing with a masculine ass bitch who ain't shit, who's emasculating you and being disrespectful, leave that hoe. Don't cheat on her. Now you cheating yourself. Get your freedom back, sir. What you doing? So yeah, I ain't saying all that. However, that's a valid point. A lot of y'all are complaining about how men be disrespecting y'all and dogging y'all out, not taking a look in the mirror, seeing where you're coming up short. But we're gonna leave that alone.
Right? They're slaves to the military. They're slaves in everything that they do. Their whole purpose was for them to work for somebody. And that's what you see. The man then is a slave to his sex drive. And by a man being a slave to his sex drive, he turns around and becomes a slave to a woman who expects him to be a slave to his sex drive.
Priscilla is way out of touch. And this is how I know that she really does not understand me and her damn self the way that she thinks. For crying out loud, according to her, now I think she lying. I feel like she already knew these hoes wasn't shit. It just maybe dawned on her a little bit more once she, was treated like a man would be treated. But for crying out loud, according to her, she didn't even know how women really were and how women really behaved and all of that. So for her to then come through trying to tell a man about himself and what a man is not, like, wish you out of touch. First of all, men today, and I'll say this almost every damn dope discussion, men today are a whole new breed. Men ain't slaves to their sex drive. Men turn down pussy left and right. So much so to where the women are complaining, talking about these men must be gay. These men sassy and zesty. Do you know he cuddled with me and he ain't even try to fuck? Do you know he invited me over to his house and got me wine and everything and he just really wanted to watch a movie? Like, oh my God. Men are complete. Princella, I think you want to have a little bit too much coochie. Because I think you're talking about your husband that you were with way back in the gap. You know what I mean? And maybe you're referencing the time to where you were dealing with men way back in the gap. And so from your standpoint, it's like, yeah, men are ruled by sex. And men, they're just slaves. No. Princella, why do you think winter is here right now? Winter is here right now because of men not being slaves, putting their foot down, demanding respect, demanding reciprocity, demanding a quality woman. Please. Please. I just cannot. Why do you think so many women are out here crying and struggling and suffering? Because the men said, bitch, I ain't ruled by sex no more. That's old news, Princella. Johnny says, gaslighting to gas company. You know what? I ain't got time for you. Thank you. What the hell? It says, didn't B. Taylor expose her a while back? Yes. And she's going to get into that in a second. We got a lot to break down, y'all. Give me some time. Thank you, Will. I appreciate you. Am I caught up? Thank you, Akil. I see you. Let me see. Akil says, hey, sister, preach. This is my first time watching your content. Salute to you. All right. Salute to you. Okay. I think I'm caught up. Thank you so much, Akil. All right. Let's get back into it, y'all.
and her. So she uses that as a manipulation tool to try to get that man to do whatever she wants him to do.
They used to be able to use that as a tool. Men like, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. If men even feel like you're trying to weaponize sex and weaponize pussy, and you're disqualified. You're out of touch, Princella.
Well, here's the problem. Women don't live in reality. A lot of women are very, very, very delusional. And so they have these ideas about men in their head, what they want these men to be. It's like they got a movie and they have a cast. And there's a role for this knight in shining armor that's going to sweep her off her feet and worship her and only her for eternity. His eyes see nobody else but her. His phallus sees nobody else but her. And so she wants that man. She finds a man that she likes. She creates this picture. She's driven by sex, and she wants to trap that man to worship her for eternity.
But who taught them that, Princella? Once again, it was you. Now, I did speed it up. Let me know if that's too fast. Let me ask y'all right now. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all want me to slow it back down. Put a 3 in the chat if it's fine. I don't want her at that point. Lord have mercy. I'm trying to see what y'all say, because I did speed up the playback. It's fine. Okay, let's continue.
And if he does not play to every single thing that she has in her mind, she wants to blow up the world. She wants to set off a detonator to destroy everything around her if things don't go exactly her way. And so what I come to realize is that a lot of men are struggling, trying to placate to the delusions of women. Not only are they struggling trying to placate to the delusions of women, they are still struggling trying to control just their own biological urges and their neurological messages that are going. There's a lot of things that are going on with men, right? And because women ultimately don't care. Women don't care. Women say they like men. Women say they want men. But I've come to discover that women don't like men. And the only reason that they're dealing with men is because they have this addiction to sex and power.
Princella, I just find it to be very, very hypocritical that you are trying to call out women for embodying the very things that you taught them to embody. You know? And once again, I got to call you out and say that you are out of touch. You're really trying to paint this narrative about men that, yeah, you know, they're just ran by vagina and their sexual desires. And, you know, men just do this and they're always trying to appease a woman. And they're doing all of this to try to make sure a woman is happy. We're dealing with a new breed of men. Again, Priscilla, look around you. Why do you think so many of these chicks out here are alone? That shit is cut off and dead. The reason why it's cut off and dead is because of what you have taught these women to behave like. So I just don't think you fully grasp the type of men that you're really dealing with today. They are not that. For crying out loud, y'all, the strippers are going broke. OnlyFans models, they're lucky to make $100 a month. You literally have women in their cars today crying on TikTok, begging to go 50-50 with a man. Does that indicate to you that men are just being ruled and ran by sex and being manipulated, it's not given that. It's given that men woke the fuck up. And again, the reason why, Princella, a lot of the men woke the fuck up and walked the fuck away was from women like you creating more women like you. So all of this shit that you're talking now is kind of null and void because you did too much damage with the things that you were teaching. Yeah, George, y'all completely adapted and adjusted. And women were adjusted out in the process. And what's really heartbreaking is that even the quality women were adjusted out in the process. But again, Priscilla, you are the ones, you are one of the many that taught women to be delusional, narcissistic, selfish, manipulative, treat men like slaves. Yeah. You taught women to be delusional, violent. And even if you didn't directly teach them to be violent, the mere fact alone that you are out here telling women that men in general were incapable of love, that men were meant to dog you out essentially, and all of that, you turned those women into monsters that harbored a lot of resentment towards men, which would what? Ultimately create them to be violent. So all this shit that you're talking, ma'am, it's sorry coming from you. It really is. Thank you all day, CJ. Hold on, let me get to y'all. Lord have mercy. You cannot make this shit up. All day CJ says blizzard season. Hope they bundle up. I'm telling you, like, let's stop. The women couldn't even hold on to, the 4B movement. That's how real in the field it got. They start begging men to come back again. Like, come on, it's a new time, sis. Men ruled by sex. When? Where? Why all the hoes going bankrupt if the men ruled by sex? Let me shut up. Teresa says, people study from Manly P. Hall, not study. Study. I see what you did there. It says from Manly P. Princella. She can keep her so-called knowledge. Again, I'm going to highlight it because she is speaking facts, but nonetheless, I got to call her ass out. Perry says, it's not sex and power, it's sex and control. I don't know why y'all laughing. I'm so serious. Hold on. Thank you, David. Let me see, can I find you? David says, it's official, Miss Marie. Once again, dropping bars. I support and stand by this message. Okay, now get the damn likes up. But I appreciate you, David. Okay, I'm caught up. I'm back at Johnny. Let me see. Thank you, Daniel. It says winter is now. I'm telling you. Shit. Somebody, yeah, men just ruled by sex. And strippers going broke. Prostitutes going broke. Prostitutes gotta lower their prices, y'all. You can put it in my mouth, in my ear. You can put it in my ass. You can put it in my cooch, all for the low price of $199 plus tax. And if you got an extra $40, then you can record it. Like, come on, that's not given that men don't just run by sex. Like, oh shit, let me get all my money for these hoes. The hoes going homeless. Lord have mercy. Y'all gotta stop. Wake the fuck up. Wake up before it's too late. Thank you, Keith. It says jury duty for 3 days. I'm back, y'all. Get the damn likes up. Way up, please. Thank you, the main lion. It says, imagine an arsonist smelling like gasoline and fresh smoke, sitting in TV interview talking about people burning down the community. We can't have nothing. Exactly. The bitch just got done burning down the whole fucking country. Talking about, man, where all these fires coming from? See, the problem is, shut the fuck up. Let's continue though. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe.
And they feel like they can get a man to do what they want them to do and placate to their ego. That's the only reason why they're dealing with it. But if a man starts talking, if he starts expressing himself, women will write it off as mansplaining. They'll write it off as misogyny, all of that, no matter
the very thing that she was doing.
What. So there's a lot of frustration that's going on with men because a male is a male. Everything that I said about males has not changed. That is still the same.
It hasn't changed, right? But right. I do feel like men will definitely receive this version way better because now it's like you're actually saying a lot of the things that men have been saying, like the accountability piece. The like I feel like because men don't want to get killed, they don't even speak on it. Like it's almost like an unwritten rule. A man will walk in and he'd be like, man. You know what I'm saying? But they won't speak on it because they get killed online. They get called sassy. They get called whatever. And so you have now stepped into this role and we're sitting back like, go ahead. We rooting you on now because now you have taken on the role to, like you're saying, kind of like the Kevin Samuels was quote unquote trying to get them to see what we see, but we just can't express because we get killed for it.
Now, sir, I need, okay. See, this is going to be a problem. And I'm so glad that the bulk of men, the majority of men out there are not like this brother here. And it's no shade to him, but I got to call this shit out. Brother, you got to know that this chick is not genuinely on your side. To compare her to Kevin Samuels is crazy, nasty work. To even put her in the same sentence, come on, y'all. And we already know Kevin could be very tough on women, you know. But I even feel that what he was doing, he was coming from a place of care. You know what I mean? I feel like Kevin even had a genuine, you know, type of approach. I don't think nothing that she's doing is genuine. This bitch is bitter and angry. Bitches expose her for a pissy mattress, child neglect, and being a womanizer. You know what I mean? So, brother, let's not get so mushy and gushy and soft and start letting all the damn guards down. Like, oh yeah, you can come over here. She gonna wreck you. You better pump your brakes. But a lot of men out there, salute to y'all. I'm so glad that y'all be seeing right through this shit. Like, oh, hell no, please. He really put her on this. He really compared her to Kevin Samuels.
And it's not only that y'all get killed for it. It's really because males have communication barriers. Your brains are not wired the same. You don't have the same capabilities as women. So you all's communication abilities are not nearly as strong as women. So y'all don't even really know how to convey to a woman to a way that she will really understand what you're going through.
I don't like that. I don't like that. And I do understand that men and women are wired differently. But the way she just put that and structured that was to pretty much degrade men and make it seem like, again, you all are incapable of doing something that all humans are capable of doing. Men are not dumb. Y'all absolutely do know how to communicate effectively. For crying out loud, Princella, you have studied from men. You've admitted that yourself. You've studied the books, the teachings of men. So for you to sit there on this blue couch with your regurgitated information from men on how to think, how to be, how to maneuver, that's blasphemous. You feel me, goddess? Men can communicate better than men are teaching us. Are you fucking crazy? Y'all can't communicate effectively y'all can't even communicate how we can communicate. Are you serious? The game that I got was from men. The knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding that I even got as a woman was from men. Now, that's not to say that women have not taught me as well, because they have. But even the women who taught me got their game from a man. The men are the leaders, which means that they are the natural born teachers. How dare you say they can't communicate and articulate and get a message across to women? Are you dumb? Coming from a woman that learned from men is crazy, that studied the works, the wording, the communication of men is nasty work. And again, I don't know if that brother is just so happy that he's finally hearing a woman that was on the other side speaking his quote unquote language, to where certain shit is going over his head. But sir, she just disrespected you in your face by telling you, yeah, you're not wise enough and smart enough. Like, you don't even know how to do this shit. See, women, we do, y'all don't. But it ain't your fault that you dumb. You just a man. That's in so many words what she said. Or at least that's my interpretation and opinion about it. But I just, man, nasty. Thank you, Johnny. It says, how are women still getting pregnant if men can't communicate? I mean, these broke down, musty, crusty, dusty, rusty ass niggas come through spitting the game. Got the gift of gab, panties melting off. You don't even know why you love this nigga. And it dawns on you that, damn, it's because he know how to really talk to me and make me feel. Please stop. I cannot believe she just said that and played in this man's face like that. Like, y'all don't even know how to communicate to a woman. But everything that she knows is from a man. Boy, you should have caught her out instantaneously. Like, wait a minute. What? Johnny says, is she the one that threw that stone then trying to hide their hand? Yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's her. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Thank you again. What the hell? I see you. But let's continue, y'all, because I do got to wrap this up. Hold on. We're going to try to get through.
She can't see it, and y'all don't know how to explain it. The thing with me is I can see both sides. See, I'm not.
Okay. Once again, narcissist. Princella is the very bitch that she's talking about. See, I can see it. I can see both sides. See, I'm different from all you motherfuckers. I'm better than men and women. See, I'm a god, so I can see all angles. And I'm able to tell all of y'all what y'all need to know. Peep the game, y'all. She is the very bitch she complaining about. Because she created her. Ma'am, you created her. All these women you complain about, they got the game from you. You got your game from pimps that were men, males.
Not on men's side, and I'm not on women's side. I'm on the truth side. And I can see men and I can see women. And because women have the womb and women are the mothers, and they are the first teacher of the child. The fact of the matter is that the majority of the weight does lie on women. Women just don't realize it because women think that they're the same as men. Now, men know because you all don't have the power that women have. And so it comes to a place where people are blinded by their privilege.
No, I hate to keep pausing it, but did she just say, wait, let's blow this up. Did she just say that women want to be men? Ma'am, as you sit there, ma'am, dressed like a female that wants to be a man. Again, Princella, this is diabolical, nasty work, sweetheart. Everything that you're saying is you. I'm gonna let you cook though.
Privileged people don't know that they have privileges. So the people who don't have the power that other people have, they can feel the effects. They know the differences. So women are completely blinded by the privileges they have. Figured out women hate themselves and they hate other women. So because of that, because women do not have camaraderie amongst themselves, they have no loyalty amongst themselves, and they have no support amongst themselves, they have abandoned their relationships with their true supporters that could help them in child rearing and everything. And they look to men to replace women and take on the duties of women. That's what they're doing. And so they're trying to put so much weight on men being caretakers, helpers in the house, making all this money, competing with other men. But it's messed up because women also inhibit male development by coddling males too much, stepping in and handling conflict for males to the point where they can't integrate socially. They can't be competitors. So the male is really hindered. Then when he gets into a relationship, he's not been able to juggle all of this stuff. And since the women are narcissistic and don't know anything about males, the woman is only caring about what's good for her, what she wants. He's not doing what she wants him to do, so he's failing.
Right.
So which one is it? Is it that the men are having to carry all the weight and be slaves, or are the women out here coddling them and doing all the work for the men? Like, girl, just go ahead.
Right? So this is where all the conflict comes in. And the men are not going to be the ones to change this. It's going to be the women to change it because the male can only do so much. He has a threshold. And this is...
See? Again, if you are going to be blinded by the grip, this going to slip. If you are a man and you're being blinded by the grip, it's going to slip. She, again, is putting a threshold or a cap on a man's ability. Y'all can only do so much. But us women, we really God. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Keith.
This is the part that women don't understand, which is the reason why I started this educational process with learning men.
Well, do you also, because I can see the value of you actually mentoring the men about women. Do you happen to do that?
Yes, if they ask.
Got you. Okay.
You know, because we got to understand, men don't respect women. Let's just keep it a book, right?
That's bullshit. Men don't respect women. Men don't respect females, hoes, and bitches that play in their face, that try to disrespect them, get over on them, gaslight them, manipulate, control, dominate, emasculate. That's who the men don't respect. And since a lot of the females, including your damn self, are embodying those traits of being a hoe, a bitch, a disrespectful chick, and all of that, you get wrote off. You get treated in a bad way by said men. But do men respect women? Absolutely. You just have to be a particular type of woman. Again, she don't really know what she's talking about. She's so bitter and angry and trying to grip and switch gears so much that she's really talking double. She's really all over the place. She's really not making a lot of sense. But nonetheless, she did drop some bars, gems, and jewels here and there. So we're going to give her credit when and where it's due, but nonetheless, we're going to still call her ass out. But let's continue to peep the game, y'all. She really is in this mode of feeling like, you know, men are incapable of certain things. Women are the better, more wise, powerful species and beings, which is how a lot of men can see right through it, which is why her grip is not working, right? Because her shit is still slipping out. Like her mask is still slipping. She's still having the same little talking points of men are not smart enough. Men don't know how to do this. Men are only capable enough to go so far. And men don't respect women because men still ain't shit. And this, that, and the third. So we got to still call out that bullshit, though, and peep the game.
Men do not respect women. They don't respect the intelligence of women. And I understand to a degree because women.
That's her trying to polish that shit up. I understand. Look. I know. I get it. Again, men, let's just boil it down. Men don't respect dumb hoes. If you out here being reckless, if you out here being counterproductive and destructive, if you out here not trying to respect men, if you're not trying to reciprocate, appreciate all that, they don't respect you. Let's be clear. But see, she knows she on some bullshit. And so she got to hurry up and try to get it off and say, well, but I understand. Do you? Because if you really understood, then you would know the difference between women and egg shit hoes.
Women are very, very delusional. And they don't.
Ain't shit bitches are very, very delusional. But again, who taught them to be those things in the first place? Women like you. Females, I'm sorry, like you. I can't even call you no woman.
Know anything. You can take a woman with a PhD. She can have a medical degree. She can have money in the bank. But this woman is totally ignorant when it comes to relation. Played, she will fall to her emotions and still not be able to see anything clearly. And knowing that women do not understand males and what makes a male, she can't have any logical or rational feedback that can actually help a male on anything really in his life. So this is why men ultimately don't respect women, because they know that women don't know anything about them. And then on top of that, because women make terrible decisions when it comes to sex and things like that, the men can't trust them there.
Now, again, a lot of truth mixed in with bullshit, okay? Let's highlight the truth. The truth is, a lot of women do not really care about what men are going through. And a lot of women do not want to do better, evolve, mature, grow. You know what I mean? Let's take it back a little bit.
Of women, and I understand to a degree, because women are very, very delusional and they don't know anything. You can take a woman.
I don't like that. She said women don't know anything. That's not true. And when she says shit like that, that lets me know that she's hurt. I would never come on here talking about women are just dumb as fuck and women don't know shit. And no, I always make the distinctions. Again, Princella, all this grifting, pandering shit, it don't work. It backfires. You trying to be on the men's side too bad. Like, yeah, because I get it. I get it. Because women don't know anything. Priscilla, you're a woman. So to sit there and say that women don't know anything would be to discredit your fucking self. Let's stop. That's why I don't, y'all be going too far off into the deep end. I don't do all of that. It ain't that deep. It ain't that damn serious. But when you scorn and you mad and you bitter and you angry, and now you need a new pocketbook strategy, then yeah, you're gonna start saying outrageous shit like women don't know anything.
With a PhD, she can have a medical degree. She can have money in the bank. But this woman is totally ignorant when it comes to relation. Played, she will fall to her emotions and still not be able to see anything clearly. And knowing that women do not understand males and what makes a male, she can't have any logical or rational feedback that can actually help a male on anything really.
Priscilla, you don't even know. And see, I was trying to give her credit and say, oh, let's point out the truth. And but damn, when I listen back to this shit, it's like, bitch, did you even speak a lot of truth with that? Now, wait a minute. Priscilla, you don't even understand males. You don't even understand men. For crying out loud, you're still on here talking about men don't know how to effectively communicate, and men don't know how to do this, and men are incapable of love, and men only have a certain threshold. You don't even know shit about men. So I gotta call you out and say that yes, there are women that do know how to understand where a man is coming from. Can they completely relate? No, because we'll never be a man. But can we take mental note? And can we observe? And can we listen? Can we be empathetic, sympathetic, and all of that? Yes. It's just ain't shit hoes. And you already know that the bulk of chicks out here, you included, fall under that category. But to write it off, to make it seem like all women, now she's doing all women are incapable. Bullshit. Stop it. Now I was trying to give you some credit, sis, but you keep fucking up.
In his life. So this is why men ultimately don't respect women, because they know that women don't know anything about them.
Men don't respect females who don't try to gain an understanding, who don't acknowledge what it is that they go through, what they feel. You gotta be thorough with this. You gotta be specific with this. You can't just write it off like, oh yeah, because she's in a nutshell saying all. I don't even do that, and y'all call me a panderer and a pick me.
And then on top of that, because women make terrible decisions when it comes to sex and things like that, the men can't trust them there.
And again, that's facts. There are a lot of women. See, I'm not gonna say women in general. There are a lot of women out there that are irresponsible and reckless with sex and everything in that sort. And so with women operate from this very selfish, entitled, manipulative type of scope and lifestyle, it can factor into a lot of men not trusting women, which is why a lot of men today don't. I don't know if you're really here for me or just for what I got. I always see a lot of my brothers in the chat say stuff to the effect of, you know, she's not yours, it's just your turn. Why is it that brothers have that thought process? Well, it's because of how a lot of women out there behave. Again, y'all see how I'm doing that? I'm saying a lot. I'm not saying women in general. I'll never do that. And again, y'all call me the pick me pandering, male identified hoe. But I digress. I just, really peep the game that I do that. You know what I mean? Like, I know I do it, but I caught myself in real time doing it. I don't never be like, because women, I don't never do that. Because men, nah. I say the bulk, the majority. And I always give credit to the solid women. Do I not? I say, sis, I ain't talking about you. I always try to do that. But nonetheless, that was a point, and that was a fact that she just stated. It makes it very difficult of a thing to do for a man to really, truly trust a female when the majority of them out there are operating on that type of time to where she's temporary. Everything is temporary. As long as it's beneficial for me and to me and convenient for me, then it's a go. But the moment that I feel any type of way, yeah, fuck you. The moment that I come across something bigger and better, yeah, fuck you. So that's facts. Let's continue.
Women don't care about male issues. And men are cracking right now. They're under a whole lot of pressure. And nobody's listening to people like Jordan Peterson, the women specifically. Now, the men listening to them, but you got Jordan Peterson out here saying stuff. You got Scott Galloway out here saying things. And these are all men's issues where men are on the brink of, just blowing up. And women they don't care. As a matter of fact, the women are doing things that are triggering these men to make things worse. And it's like nobody's hearing these males' issues. So men, as they see that women don't care about what's going on with them, and they steady pushing these philosophies, messing up the children, these different sexualities and all this, they see it as being illogical, which a lot of it is.
Now, I'm going to pause here and say this. And y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all for being here, okay? I'm going to try to wrap this up. We might have to have a part 2, okay? Because I do got stuff to do. And I ain't trying to be here all day because she really kind of pissing me off, and there's a lot I got to correct her on. But she just said that women don't care about men's issues. Men are under a lot of pressure right now and all of this and all of that. Well, Priscilla, why do you think that is? Could it be because you taught women that men are incapable of love, which means that they are not worthy of love? They are not worthy of gaining an understanding, and they are not worthy of being heard, being listened to. Like, why should I care about somebody who essentially does not give a damn about me? Men destroy the planet, women included, children included. Like, you, again, this was pissing me off. You are one of the major culprits in men being ignored by women, being used by women, not being cared for by women, being misunderstood. As a matter of fact, you teach the wrong shit about men, which would feed it into a woman's mind that, yeah, I should not give a damn about what he's going through, what his experiences are, and all of that. Like, Princella, this is nasty work. And while I am grateful that you are, coming to certain realizations and calling out certain truths in regards to women, I can't even give you the proper credit for real, because you were the one who encouraged this shit, who taught it. You scorched the damn planet Earth and then complained about everything being burnt. Who said that in that super chat? One of my crown heads alluded to that in the super chat. And it's actual facts. You are a whole arsonist, burning shit down. Now you getting burnt up. It's like, man, this is out of control. Girl, I'm gonna pause it right there, y'all. We gonna finish the rest on, let me see. When can I put back up with y'all? Maybe Monday. I'm gonna put back up with y'all on Monday. And I'll try to go live a little earlier, probably around 2, because this may be a lot to break down. But let me take a picture so I can know where I stopped at. 15:02. All right, we're gonna finish the rest later. But she pissing me off, and I gotta go. But let me read y'all super chat. I just cannot believe this. She out here like, yeah, because men are so misunderstood, and the men, the women don't care about the men. Like she didn't teach them to do that. Thank you to be amazing. I appreciate you. Who else do I see? Thank you, the goddess. I appreciate you, sis. It says Pygmishas unite. We in here. Look, we in here, and they could be mad all they want. Call us some Pygmishas all you want to. At least we pig, bitch. Okay, please. Thank you, LL. It says lesbian relationships are more violent in frequency, not reported incidents. They replace sex with violence. They reverse the reverse of who? Bonobos and other primates. LL, what you talking about? Look, don't get us in trouble on YouTube. We ain't got time. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Why I can't see nobody on my computer? Let me see. It ain't let me scroll. But I do want to acknowledge y'all because I appreciate y'all for showing love. Thank you, Keith. It says, take that hat off and give it to me, ma'am. You on bullshit. Females like her need more people. We don't believe you. Whoopsie. Thank you, Tiger. I appreciate you. Thank you, Noodles Jefferson. Now, what kind of name is that? Wait a minute. Okay, I found you. Noodles says, it is not coddling, it is neglect. Women tell men they are too stupid to do what she can do. That's what I'm saying. Y'all incapable of communication, incapable of love, incapable of learning, understanding, incapable of not being violent. Like, please. Let me see who else I saw. It ain't let me scroll. Thank you, Chuck. It says, hey, D, she lost and confused, ain't she? And shout out to Randall for gifting a membership. Okay. If you got a membership from Randall, say thank you. Keith Randall. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna come back with y'all on Monday and break the rest of this down. But this is just too much to get through, and I got stuff to do. Okay, I gotta go get ready to do stuff. But I love y'all. Thank you so much for pulling up with me. It's just mighty funny how all these chicks trying to come back and tell the truth now that, let's just say, unfortunate circumstances and situations have came to their doorstep. But we're going to continue in a part 2. Thank you again to be amazing. I appreciate you. But like the video, share the video, subscribe. Shout out to all of our new subscribers. Make sure that you all are hitting the notification bell and hitting all. That way you all can be alerted for whenever we have an upload, whenever we have a live stream, anything, okay? But yeah, we're going to put back up on Monday for a part 2 because it got so much more to break down. And yeah, men, y'all were right, okay? And I want you all to know that you are vindicated. All this shit that these females were talking shit about y'all and saying about y'all, yeah, exposed. But I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all Monday. Much love and peace to my crown heads. And shout out to everybody who showed up and showed out. This was very random, very impromptu, and y'all still showed up. Okay, so thank you all so very much. Big shout out to Perry that sent in the generous donations, but I take none of y'all for granted. Whether you sent me $1 or gave me a like, a comment, whatever, I appreciate it, all right? But I'm going to see y'all Monday. Much love and peace to y'all.